So let's talk a little bit about mythology. And I, much like everybody else, I like mythology because it finds ways to communicate really powerful messages by romanticizing them. And clearly people like these things because, you know, something as dumb as acting, something as dumb as playing pretend, like you're a pretend hero, you're a pretend husband or pretend wife, you can do that and you can make millions of dollars. And the only reason you're able to make millions of dollars, if not more than tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars doing that, is because people really, really want to see romanticized stories of lessons, often very, very repetitively. And so one of my favorite stories in mythology is the story of Odysseus, who is a guy that got, after the Trojan War, he's one of the major heroes, and so you'll see his name pop up in the Iliad if you read it, though I don't think the Iliad is as good of a story. And he is on his way home, and he gets put on an island, and on this island they meet a Cyclops, and this Cyclops is going to kill all of his shipmen. I think he killed like half of his shipmen. And the only way he gets out is he blinds the Cyclops and escapes while the Cyclops is blinded. And so that Cyclops was the son of Poseidon, and Poseidon was like, you blinded my son, now you're never going to get home. So this whole story of Odysseus is him defying Poseidon and getting home despite Poseidon's curse. And so it's a collection of different stories of different adventures, of different like mini adventures that Odysseus goes through in order to get home. And I think the most powerful one, the one I remember the most, and this is a story I already knew before I even read it, it's a pretty popular one, is as Odysseus, one of his first adventures is he gets trapped by a person named Circe, and he defeats her trap. And so because he defeats it, she gives him a little advice. She says, hey, on your way home, there's these things called the sirens. Now, a lot of people get trapped because the sirens have these beautiful songs, and they're so wonderful and so alluring that people will turn their ships towards the sirens and crash their ships into a rock and die. But none of that matters because you're Odysseus and you want to live dangerously. So you're going to be the person who gets to hear the sirens and gets to hear their wonderful song and not die. So here's what you have to do. You're going to get your shipmen to tie you up to the mast of your ship. That way you can hear it. You're going to leave your ears uncovered, and you tell them, if I say, let me out, untie me, I want to go towards the song, you're just going to tie me tight. So you can hear everything the sirens are singing, but all of your shipmen, the ones that are keeping you tied up, you're going to put wax in their ears. I think they said like either candle wax or beeswax or whatever it was. But you're going to cover up their ears so they can't hear their song, though you can't. And so he goes and it's about time to pass by the sirens, and you say, okay, we got to go this way so we can hear the sirens. He says, okay, tie me up to the ship. If I say untie me, I want to go off the ship, then I want you to I want you to tie me tighter until we get past a certain point, until we can't hear the siren song anymore. And so they do that, and he gets to hear the song. He says, untie me, and they pull him tighter, and then nobody else can hear what the sirens are singing because they've got their ears covered, but he can hear it. And so